Welcome to Shameless. Here we explore the transformative power of courage and action.
Thank you for joining us today. If you've enjoyed our conversations and you want to have more insightful discussions and hear from other incredible guests, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us to grow and continue bringing this amazing content. Thanks for joining in and enjoy today's episode of Shameless Podcast. And so when you then sit in that space where the whole event is centered around you being, or the discussion is centered around you being a woman in a space, how then do you walk through that vulnerability? How then did you manage that space or that discomfort that you had or that displeasure that you had? Did you brush it off? Did you continue? Did you find opportunities? What were the things that you found helped you get through it?
First, I was honest with everybody that I don't look at myself as a woman in blah, I just look at myself as no B and I'm killing it. Thank you very much. No, but I was honest. Like, I don't actually view myself as that. And I think that a lot of people don't. I think that even people who are super successful, maybe if we start to coin them, man in tech or best man in tech, I'm pretty sure he's not walking around going, oh, I'm the best man in tech. I think they're just looking at I'm so-and-so and I'm killing it. So I was quite open and honest about the discomfort of that. And I also think it compounds the vulnerability because I'm exposing my femininity, which is something that can be used against me, right? It can be used to close doors. It can be used as, oh, you only got that because you're a woman, not because I work my literal butt off.
And I guess then that then brings you to the step where, as a woman who is being vulnerable, who is in that space, do you then have to end up compensating, working extra? Do you feel that there's a sense of pressure that either is carried by your vulnerability? Do you feel that it plays and it plagues every thought that you have? Is it there? Everything that you do, you're constantly thinking about those things?
No, I'm not. I want to say 99% of the time I'm just living my life and doing what I need to do to survive and thrive. But there are instances where someone will do something that will remind me, oh, I'm not Nono Bukiti, I'm a woman in whatever, because of how they're relating to me. And I do find that depending on the context of that environment, I then might have to pull on masculine energy, which is more domineering, more I'm going to shake your hand and make you look me in the eye and, shake my hand in my land vibe, instead of my natural state, which is actually very cordial, very relaxed. I'm a relaxed person. I think that it's quite easy to actually have conversation with me. I don't take myself seriously. I don't have to be the only person talking in a room. I'd rather not. I actually like listening to what other people have to say. And I'm probably more introverted than I appear. So it's just having people maybe bring out that, oh, you're a woman, and then me then reacting to that. But most of the time, I don't actually feel that. Even when I walk into spaces and realize after the fact that, oh, there are no women in here. And because I've been my career since I finished university, even in university, even in my master's program, there were very few females in my master's program. The start of my career, I usually was the only female on a project. So I'm very used to that context. The very first room I ever walked into in the beginning of my career, I remember feeling extremely embarrassed, my ears even got hot, because I realized I was the only woman. And I've never felt that ever again, because it was just it was such a out-of-body experience in my life. And I was like, I'm not going to allow myself to feel that way. I'm going to expect to be the only woman. And if I can open doors for other females, I will make an effort to do so. I will try and support and be a champion of that. But I believe that being a champion of that is not talking about me being the only woman. It's about Nono B killing it and you go, wow, if Nono B's killing it and she happens to be a woman, then maybe Stacey Lou killing it is also, gonna do something.
And it's I love that because you've developed over the years ways of being able to cope despite feeling vulnerable, despite being in those positions. And for me, some of the things that I end up using, I believe, it's either that I believe that I am Kevin Hart funny. Personally, I do, but I'm just taller. But I end up cracking jokes, and I use and play with jokes in a way that can help me walk through that vulnerability. Because if I make fun of it, then it reduces the seriousness of what I'm talking about and what I'm doing. And then it can help me get to the next step. And everybody, I believe, has to then find their way of being comfortable in that vulnerability, because the idea of running away or shying away takes away more from your own experience, your own growth, than actually stepping into those moments of being vulnerable. And Brene Brown, she did a TED Talk. I listened to that at least 5 times in a year. And at the end of the day, whether it's shame, whether it's vulnerability, those are the things, the levers that we step on, the stepping stones that we step on in order for us to grow, in order for us to be able to know ourselves better, to have more empathy towards others. And as long as you can lean into that, therein lies what life is. I mean, you cannot live life and just carry a shadow of what you are. So, Nono, thank you so much for sharing with us. And I'd like to thank you for taking the time out joining us today here on Shameless. And I hope, listeners, you've enjoyed yourself. Thank you so much. My name is Zigba Ngaizo, and it's been fun to have you.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share as we embark on our mission to impact 1 million African lives by 2026.
This podcast is brought to you by Transformation Leader. You can follow us at www.t4leader.com.